Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the very first episode of The Rumor Mill. I'm your host, the five-star superstar Cobra, and unfortunately...
You're a man. Don't go throwing this up, my boy. Y2 Rage himself.
I don't know how they got us to do this. You know, after all the stuff that you were saying, like, I don't think we'll be perfect to work with each other, but I'm gonna let you see. I'm gonna see how you're gonna do in the first show. Now,
just deal with it. Deal with it.
we got a great show. We got a great guest today. Okay. I know as much as you like to talk about yourself, you know, but you should actually be talking about me because it's always about me, you know. But we're here with someone who's, well, which it's great, okay, because it's the very first episode of the NEW Rumor Mill, and we have
it's very exciting, very
the
exciting.
boss.
We got the one and only, the first King of Extreme. A one-time, matter of fact.
No, stop. Let me say it. This is my show.
All right, I see.
We have the first ever.
Here.
Really?
Cobra, do your thing. Do your thing before this becomes.
I don't even
messy.
want to no more. Here, you do it.
Well, let's get back to professionalism, people. We're now introducing the one and only Crippler. This is a former King of Extreme winner, the first King of Extreme winner, a multi-time tag team champion. He's also been a former U.S. champion. He is also an innovator by creating a group at the name of NBR, the New Blood Rising, and La Famille. Of course, that was with me, moi, your host, Y2 Rage. And of course, he was a former world champion.
What about me?
What about you? So let's...
Oh, Crip! Come on in.
Oh, he's looking fresh. Look at him come in here. Oh my God.
Looking like a boss. Really? You have Superman everything? Come on, you know I'm strictly against that. How you doing, man? Hey. Great to see you. Great to see you.
Good to see you, boss, man.
You know, man, it's still all day. And actually, that NBR thing wasn't my idea, but definitely I was the star.
Look, if they give you the accolade, just take the credit.
Yeah. Say no more. Say no more.
Oh man, so right off the bat, everybody wants to know how'd you come to how'd you get to be in charge of NEW?
First of all, that's a good question. But first, I want to say that it's a big pleasure. It is a great pleasure to be here at the Rumor Mill with you, and also my brother and former partner in La Famille, Rage.
Yeah, former
Rage, he said me first though, Rage.
It's a privilege.
He
I'm
said me
excited.
first.
I'm happy. You know, I was excited when I heard that NEW was coming back. You know, at first I didn't know what to think about it, but I was definitely excited for the guys. You know, a few months went by and I didn't hear any more rumors or any more details about the thing. But then one day I get a phone call and I was told that I was chosen anonymously to be the writer and to be the head of NEW. I mean, I don't know if you guys know, but initially it was supposed to be a two guy team.
Yeah, we're not gonna touch on that subject right now.
Well, let's just say that it's going to be you and someone else if that person shows, but I've tried communicating with that person and unfortunately no luck. So if it is that you're the one running the show, where do you plan on taking this? Where do you plan on taking NEW, like, to the next step? How do you make sure that we get to the next step?
That's a good question.
If you allow me to be honest, I don't need anybody to come on. The second that I got on to the live stream and the live chat of NEW, I lit a fire under everyone's ass. I let them know that this thing is not a joke. It's not like a jacket that you throw on a hanger and you put it on whenever the fuck you give a damn to put it back on.
And it looks good.
You know, I didn't want to get on yet and make my presence known because I wasn't sure what to think when I was told I was going to be, you know, one of the two head, you know, creative and the spearheads of the whole thing. You know, so I didn't know. I didn't want to lie to my you know, my compatriots of NEW, you know, my former teammates and my former allies and my former rivals, because even though at times we hated each other's guts in that ring and all around the yard, but, you know, I have a certain amount of respect for all the guys, you know.
Yeah.
I've seen them grow. I've seen their skills, you know, get better and better throughout the years because we did this for many years. So when I got the opportunity to write, I wanted to make sure I got my head right before I joined the live stream and made my presence known.
So, quick question. So, when before you actually joined in, did you think that it was just another thing that was going to be a one-off, or did you feel like, all right, these guys are really serious, us guys are really serious about going another run?
Yeah, I had my reservations.
Okay.
I wasn't sure. But judging by the history of NEW, we've had one too many one-offs that became a whole season, and then 2 seasons of the thing. And then storylines evolved, and people just became competitive. And, you know, it's like a bike. You know, you get on it, and once you're on it, you know, you think you're just going to go around the block, but once you hit that corner, you're like, 1 mile down the line, you're like, you know, I think I should stop now. You know?
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I'm pretty sure the fans would appreciate that dedication from each and every one of us. And, you know, it's happy to see you on board. And even though I don't like the guy across from me, I'm happy to be here now hosting the show with him.
You're lucky you're here because of me.
Okay. So we're just going to go on, and I'm going to ask you another question.
I would say be a little professional.
I apologize, boss.
So I wanted to ask you, before this guy literally just took the idea out of my head. Just can't. Just. All right. So I want to ask you something. All right. Jay Charisma. See, Jay Charisma is a former champ. The way I look at it, right?
You know what? We don't get along, but I agree with you on that one.
He has been stripped, which I'm gonna applaud you for that, boss man. I'm gonna put it this way. I was gonna cut a promo and say a couple things about it, but I might as well just get it out of my chest right now. Do you think, you know, since Jay wants to put himself in a high pedestal, do you think, does he and Brewski, bringing up Brewski's name now too, I put them both in the same category. Now tell me if I'm wrong. Company burned down under their feet as they were the champion, the ones to lead the company. The company died under their feet. Ouch. Do you see it that way? Or do you think it was just everyone that was involved that destroyed the NEW Rebirth the first time around?
I think the quote that best expresses that is, he went to the well one too many times and ran the well dry. You know? I think the NEW title, the championship, is the lifeblood of NEW.
Mm-hmm.
That is the greatest accolade that you could ever accomplish and acquire in NEW. And, you know, it's always good to see someone have longevity with a title, have a great title run. But when it's plagued by corruption and when it's plagued by, you know, a lot of cheating and a lot of underhand tactics, and you, the same way that JC Charisma utilized the powers that be to maintain that title around his waist, in the form of Phenom, is the same way that Brewski maintained that title for as long as he did in the form of Brewski. Because it's always easy when you have the ruling power on your back, or when you yourself are the ruling power. And that definitely creates a rift in the company, and it runs the well dry.
So you agree? Yeah.
I'm not gonna say I agree, but yeah, I see where you went with that.
Now, Rage, I've actually have to comment on what you said with you saying JC Charisma puts himself on a pedestal, and you know him thinking that he's champ. You can put sugar on shit, doesn't make it sweet, and that's how I feel about JC Charisma. He's egotistical, big headed, and eventually when we get down the line, I'm gonna have to put him in this place, like I'm gonna do real soon with you.
Good words.
But Crippler, how did you start off in wrestling?
Initially, I'm just gonna go to XFW because anything before that was premature, and we were young, and you know we started off very early. But definitely, when XFW came around, it became legit. It became serious. We had a great group of guys who were willing to go out there and leave it all out there in the ring. You know, sweat, blood, tears, you name it. They were ripping the house down, blowing the roof right out of the place every single Sunday.
Now you mentioned,
or was it Saturday?
We spoke earlier before we actually started this podcast. You mentioned that was that the time in XFW where you got your neck injury, your first neck injury?
XFW wasn't where I got my neck injury. It was in NEW.
Oh.
It was in NEW.
Oh, speaking of, how'd you get hurt?
Well, I remember it was a call by my opponent at the moment. It was Phenom. And, you know, I went for the Hurricanrana, and as I pulled him over for the fall, for the bump, he dropped his weight on me, and I injured my neck.
Okay.
The second time I injured my neck, it was training with Demon, which I think he did it purposely.
Wow.
It was around the time I was world champion. And then the third time, it was also by Demon. It was an actual match. And I remember that weekend I was out of the state.
Uh-huh.
And, you know, I get a call from Demon, who was in charge. He was the powers that be. And he calls me, and, you know, I'm like, hey, man, you know, we just had a snowstorm, and I'm not in New Jersey. So, you know, he's like, oh, well, I don't care. You know, you get your ass down here one way or the other. I don't care if you hitchhike, but you get your ass down here, or we're not going to have a show for the next month. You know, so
ironically, I thought we were all doing this for fun. You know.
Yeah, I thought that too.
He sounds like he's paying you.
The man that I was came down. I made somehow. I don't remember how I got there, but I came down and I made it that weekend. And that weekend, you know, we had. I once I get to the ring, to the yard, you know, to the actual place, you know, I go get the plans for the night for myself. And, you know, so they tell me, they're like, oh, you're fighting Demon. Oh, to no surprise. Mm-hmm. And it's for the world championship.
Let me guess, you lost that one.
Well, he pulled the mattress. He pulled the mat. Remember, there was a snowstorm. It was like below zero that night.
Yeah.
And we were the last match of the night, so the sun was already down, which made it even colder. And, you know, he took the mat out of the ring, and in an exposed, frozen ground, it was solid. He did one of his famous pile drivers that wrenched my neck into the ground. I passed out. I don't know how long I was passed out, but during the time when I was out, I was knocked out cold from the move. You know, he pinned me, and he won the NEW title from me. So in other words, kids, don't try this at home. Good advice.
Are you really going to say that?
Maybe in the backyard. Do that no
So okay. Your favorite opponent to wrestle?
My favorite opponent to wrestle? That's pretty easy. And I think I had the most fun with this guy. I think that, you know, our timing was on point. I think our communication was on point. The intensity between us was, you could feel it, you could cut it with the knife. Mm-hmm. And, you know, this person, I defended my title against him 3 times before I lost to Demon. And his name is Sender.
What about me?
You know, we had great ones. But Sender definitely is at the top of one of my favorite opponents.
I like wrestling him too. But he was fun. He was always entertaining. Now,
We're discussing Sender. Yeah. I mean, you're talking about he was our first, one of our youngest. Who was he?
XFW champ.
Yeah, he was one of our first XFW champs, but he was also one of the Grand Slam champs in NEW.
yeah,
One of the very first.
Yeah,
So,
he did it all.
isn't he
Kudos.
the only one? Oh no, wait, Brewski.
One of the first.
I think there was a few of us in that list. Speaking of Sender and titles, where let's discuss the championship. I know that with this NEW and this new direction we're heading in, we are also looking into these new titles and new opportunities for me, for Cobra, for Jay, Nolo, and just about everyone on the list, from Rodney, Diamondback. Excuse me, they didn't mean to call you by your government name, but I just love to blame you for everything because it just seems to make it easier on me. So, also Viper, which I faced, and you know what? If there's anyone that really has, I've gained respect, definitely. If any newcomer that surprised me of how quick he developed and how he took me to the next level, that would definitely be Viper. So, speaking about the guys, just how do you pinpoint, who do you think should be, or at least should carry this company? Like, who do you think is going to be the man to become the first champion?
Well, it depends. I mean, there are various factors that I take into great consideration. I think it has to be someone that, and by the way, I'm not going to name a name, but that will show itself in time. Who is the guy that's worthy? Who is the guy that deserves the number one spot? Who's the guy that's going to carry the company initially and heading towards the beginning of the return of NEW. And honestly, there's a couple things I want to see. I want to see consistency. I want to see determination. I want to see the pure and primal hunger for that spot, And how do I know that? I know that by, the energy that you bring to, your promos. Like I said, how often you come on to the live stream, what are you doing? What are you saying? How do you conduct yourself? I mean, because it honestly, it's very simple, But eventually that will lead into, winning matches. And to get the championship, you have to win matches. But to win matches, you have to show that consistent hunger and determination.
Now I've got a question. Now, with everything that's going on right now, with the chat and now the rumor mill starting up, which is another platform for all these talent to come on and display what they can do. What is your intention with NEW as a whole, especially with the rumor mill being another platform for these guys to do what they do? We've seen that you're very active on chat, and some like to say that you like throwing gasoline into the fire, poking the bear with the stick. But what is your intentions with NEW as a whole?
Well, my intention for NEW is to put together something that is very special, something that will be remembered throughout the ages, something that our children's children can look back to and say, wow, these guys, they really blew the roof, if there ever was one in the yard. But, my goal is to make sure that every single guy who has ever contributed to NEW, who has loved NEW, who has given their blood, sweat, tears, out there in that yard, to be honored, themselves, to reach that pinnacle, to have their moment,
Mm-hmm.
But it's up to the guys. It's up to them to, like I said before, it's up to them to show it, to show me, Maybe you didn't understand. Maybe you didn't, this isn't a game for me, This is NEW. It's in our blood, It's in our heart. It's in our emotions. We live with this, We always remember it. We always want it back. and we might just get it back. Right now, it's looking like we're gonna get it back. So from here on out, if you're on that top spot, and that's my goal, is to make sure that everyone that has contributed and has given their heart and soul to get that top spot. That's my goal.
Now you do realize, with the three of us being in here, we're the NEW originals. Will there be any future competitors, new competitors that you'll bring in? Now, one more question will be added to that question on the acid, which is, do you see female competitors working for the NEW?
Okay, first of all, yes. There is already one prospect, and it's huge. It's someone that's gonna blow the roof. When I saw this guy, I was impressed immediately. He's almost supernatural. Not taking anything away from Viper. Please don't strike me down with lightning tonight.
Oh, wow. You got me curious right now.
Praise the god of NEW, Viper. But this guy brought with him a supernatural, paranormal aura as well. If his sheer size and presence doesn't do it for you, I am sorry for you if you underestimate him when you get in that ring with him. But there is someone, he's making his way in.
Oh,
Okay.
I will soon.
Oh, wow.
Soon, his name, and
someone else to kick in the chin.
Eventually you'll start seeing
Someone
little
else pulling
tic-tacs
cameras out.
and teasers of the guy, But yes, as far as the female competitors, I'm yet to see a female that is, willing to go out there and put her body on the line.
But the doors are open.
The doors are always open. We're up, this time around, we're up for all ideas. We're up for all type of new things.
Mm-hmm.
Our doors are open, our minds are open.
And there's a rumor saying that it's a possibility that you might be a head trainer somewhere down the line in the future. I mean, it's only a rumor. I'm just here to ask and confirm.
Well, as per corporate, I can't confirm or deny those allegations.
All right. So back to the championship title. There's some rumors I've been hearing about someone who you specifically have a close eye on. Who do you think would be the first NEW champ?
That's a good one.
As per corporate, like I said before,
Come on, you got to give us something.
It's-
Corporate.
Give
Hey, man.
us, give us some scraps, some table
I know.
scraps or something. Give us a bone.
listen, I know that, the anticipation is growing. It's getting good. And I like what I'm seeing so far. But as per corporate,
So,
I'm not allowed.
All right.
I'm not allowed to
okay, so nothing's written
shoot
in stone.
any names because the possibilities
Mm.
are endless.
Okay, so basically the doors are open.
Right now, I
It's
will mention that I'm sure anyone and everyone who's watching already knows that JC, in his mind, he's still the champion. Youngest champion in NEW history. You got to give him that. The guy never lost it. And as of late, Nolo.
Wait.
has replied to that.
I have to interrupt you right there. You said he never lost it, but then again, he never rightly won it either. Think about it.
That's a good point.
You cannot call yourself a champion if Manson is handing you the belt. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Even though by hook or by crook, through controversy, he did pin Crippler.
Okay, Rage, let me ask you a question. How many times did you bust your ass and got handed a belt?
I don't think I was ever handed a belt.
Crip?
I was absolutely never handed a belt.
I won
Not to my
I won
knowledge.
the first battle royal. I earned my spot.
Hey, take it from me. Take it from me. Back in 2006, I was the United States champion. And I remember having a conversation post XFW show. Right after the show, we went out to eat at a local restaurant. There were some drinks, so obviously, the juice was flowing.
Yes, with
But, you know,
adrenaline.
I had a short conversation with one of head of creation, a creative, and he definitely made me feel like nothing I ever did
Was good
earned
enough.
that
Yeah.
title. Like
Yes.
he definitely made me feel like I was handed that title. So what did I do? Right there at the spot, with my hamburger in my hand, I said, if nothing I ever did, have ever done in that ring, outside that ring, the attitude I bring, if nothing that I have done has given any reason for me to have this belt, that means I don't deserve it. So here, I left them the belt and I walked off.
Wow.
I
The
never
consummate
earded that
professional
belt
too.
again.
You know, that's crazy.
On the record.
Wow.
Yeah, I wonder who was that. Yeah.
That is crazy.
I'm not gonna go into that.
Yeah, so we'll just move on to the next.
And that for another day.
Yeah.
Rumor.
What is your intentions for NEW? Like, what is your goal? Like, what is the end goal for Crippler and NEW? Like, where do you see the 5-star superstar, Rage, Viper, Diamondback, and Jake Charisma, Nolo? You know, where do you see the guys in half year's time?
Well, hopefully not in a hospital bed, but you know, I definitely want to see every guy. Like I said before, I want to see every guy reach the mountaintop. If I can possibly capture lightning in a bottle for every single guy before this thing is said and done, before the dust settles, before your muddy waters settle to a crystal clear perfection, I want every single guy to feel like he has accomplished everything that he could accomplish. I want everyone
Wow.
to feel like
that's deep.
NEW this time around was real. No controversy, no drama, no pettiness, no hypocrisy,
backstage
no
politics.
backstabbing,
Yeah, it is. Backstage
no lying.
politics. Yeah.
If you deserve the title and you have been killing it day in and day out, live stream, live chat, when the show goes on, we will see the end product of everything we're building in the live stream, in the live chat. This is a build-up. And there's a Buddhist Chinese quote about the bamboo tree. The bamboo tree takes 5 years for it to break ground. 5 years. In those 5 years, you have to water the bamboo tree every single day, various times a day. You have to be consistent. And eventually, in the 5th year, the bamboo tree grows 30 meters in 3 weeks.
Wow.
So the show, from here to the show, represents those 5 years. You have to be consistent. You have to be hungry. You have to be vicious. Show me who you are. Show your competitors, those guys who are competing against, show them who you are. In the 5th year, NEW will return.
I just got a question sent for me by you know who did it. When is NEW expecting to start?
Well, right now, from what I hear from corporate, sometime in the spring.
Okay.
We're looking for that goal to definitely.
Well, obviously,
Go
yeah,
for the show.
we definitely obviously we gotta wait. You know, obviously, unfortunately, we're dealing with this pandemic, and you know, unfortunately, we got to deal with that first, and then once, obviously, we're gonna get there. Hopefully sooner than later. And back to corporate. Why the hell they find me? You had anything to do with that?
I just follow orders like you do.
I got fined too.
I remember that.
Oh, God damn it! God damn it!
Wait. Can you find us on our show?
Rumor Mill is an extension of NEW, but it's
I
not.
should have kept my mouth shut.
It's not necessarily legally intertwined with NEW, but it's an extension of NEW.
Oh, so I can whoop his ass on this show.
Whose ass are
I
you
would say
whooping?
don't do
You're
that.
not whooping anyone's ass.
Rage,
Come on,
please. You
please.
know, come on.
Guys,
See,
Get outta
for
here. You're out
so
of
long,
shape,
you
man.
always
Get
thought I
outta
was better
here.
than you.
Look
Like,
at
come
you.
on, man.
Hey,
You know
Barely
I'm better
made it
than
up the
you.
steps. You're
I
out of your
barely made
goddamn
it. Rage,
mind.
seriously,
And
seriously,
running-
Rage.
you've been
Because I
running
can
all
take
your
your
life.
ass out right
You're out of your
now. But
mind.
because the boss is sitting
God
right here,
damn.
I don't want to bother
Shut
you.
this man's
You know,
mouth.
like
Just shut his mouth.
how many times have you been hit
Shut him up.
with the photo finish? At least I never ran from a match.
Jesus Christ.
Hey,
You,
come
barely,
on.
you don't remember any of that. Because I kicked you
Hey,
too many goddamn
I'm
times in
the
the head.
interviewee
And as far as
here.
running, I'm the one that left Sonny Profit behind for so you guys can
Yeah, you ran.
manhandle
You
him.
ran.
Yeah,
you
because
ran
he's a piece
because
of
we
shit.
was whipping your ass.
We're
That's why.
whooping
You
shit.
must have watched the match.
Well,
Yeah, I saw the
last time
fear
you
you
jack
ass.
checked, it was 2-on-1.
Guys, this is not the time nor the place for this. And I just got one thing to say to you and everyone watching or listening. Well, actually, we didn't get a camera this time, but per corporate, this has been the Rumor Mill.
Kiss my ass. I'm in a rock. I am not. I am the future of Infinite Charm. I am and beyond. The youngest NEW World Champion here and now. On behalf of the corporate, I would like to welcome you to NEW.